sorry that it looks a little awkward with me holding this Len figure up with a paint bottle. Mine has a limp, so I have to do that either way. But this is just for example because it's the most official design of Len that I have. So my plan for making Len as a custom pony is to basically keep the same hairstyle because that is his signature look with the ponytail in the back and the huge bangs in the front. So that is what I'm going to try and portray with this figure. Now I'm not going to be doing the costume because ponies don't wear clothes, and if I did make the costume that would be a whole nother tutorial that I'm not sure if I'll ever get to making because I still haven't made Miku's, but oh well. His shirt covers up his O2 on his shoulder. Rin does. You can see an O2 on her shoulder, and I'm going to be doing his O2 on the cheek like this Miku custom pony. Why? Because it is not their cutie mark, it is not their talent, it's just their barcode basically. And as you can see with this Miku custom, I chose to put a headset for her cutie mark because she is talented at singing, and I just put a little leak in there mainly because she's obsessed with leaks, so it kind of gave it a little bit of potential there. My plan for Len's cutie mark is to put the bass clef as his cutie mark. On their official artwork, and these figures have it too, they have a little musical note right there on top of the shirt. Grabbing my terrible 30-second drawing reference thing, as you can see I have made both of them, and I plan on using his bass clef as his cutie mark because they both kind of correspond with each other, kind of like their nature as basically the same living thing, only different genders. First off, for this project you will need a fully prepped pony, and I do have a video of how to do this on my channel. You can look under playlists and it'll have some customizing tutorials and how to remove all the hair on the pony and get ready for rerooting. And for my convenience, I've made little marks on here on where it was to begin with, so that way it fits in perfectly when I glue it in, because with my Miku one I had a mishap where I didn't put it in evenly, and whenever I turn her head it makes a weird shape, so that's why I keep her head like this, so I don't want to make that mistake again. So I just have a Pinkie Pie, a G4, not G4.5. You can have whatever preference you want. You can still find these in the stores. For rerooting, I'm going to be using dollyhair.com's butterfly color, and I got it in just the My Little Pony style because I find that it's plenty enough for what I'm doing and we don't need very much of it anyways. For painting, I have several colors of several different brands. You don't have to have the same exact colors, but I'm just going to show you what I have anyway. So for the body, I have this folk art acrylic paint and it's titled Morning Sun. For the eyes, I'm going to be using Craft Essentials Ocean Blue, and this is a Joann's brand, I believe, so you can only find this color at Joann's, but you can find something very similar or just pick whatever color suits you and your preference for the eyes. And for the eyelashes and the exterior of the eyes, I'm using just some black and white, and I have regular matte Apple Barrel Jet Black and Craft Smart Satin acrylic paint. Why I like the satin white is because it goes on so much smoother, and regular acrylic white that's matte, it goes on super chunky and I hate it. So this is just a little bit watered down. It's not glossy, so it doesn't have too much liquid, but it's still pretty smooth. For the cutie mark, I will be using Apple Barrel's King's Gold, and so yeah. And I'll just be using some basic red or whatever for the little number. For brushes, I just have these 4 tools that I'm going to be using for the whole entire project. You don't have to have any specific size for painting the whole body, but this is my preference, more on the smaller side. To get it really smooth, you want as least amount of paint at a time as possible. Make sure you don't use one that's this tiny, because you're not gonna go anywhere with that. For the eyes, I'm going to be using this brush. This is my favorite brush out of my entire collection for anything I do. And I do use this for my eyelashes too, because I can get really fine lines and get thicker as I go. But you can also use a tiny one like this. I use this super small brush that I got at Michael's, and it still has the price thingy on it, or a barcode or whatever. The name is still on here, but it is 3.0 Blick Master Synthetic Round. So if you want this brush, I recommend it. It's super nice to have. And here I just have a simple dotting tool. You can find these tools anywhere. You can find nail dotting tools, or I don't know, but I use these for the eye dots, for the little tiny white shimmers. I use it for that and for the numbers, so that way it's not too messed up. But yes, one last thing before we get started. If you don't know how to reboot, be sure to check out my tutorial, which is also on my channel under our Customizing Pony playlist. But if your parents don't allow you to reroute a pony, or it's just too difficult, or you're too young for it, I do recommend getting Cherry Berry, the pearlized version, because she is more recent. You can actually find this pony on eBay, or I believe she's on AliExpress, because there's fake versions of her and really good price, and she has the correct hair color. And you don't have to do any rerouting at all. It's just a preference of mine to reroute it so I get nicer quality and the color, exact color I want. But it's really up to you. But I'm recommending this to my younger viewers. Alrighty everyone, Len is finished, and here is the big revealance. So yes, here he is, and it took me a long time to figure his hair out because everything I tried did not work, but I finally just decided to go simple with this. So yeah, his little ponytail is so cute! I love how it turned out. Comment down below what you think, and here they are together. So cute! Wait, we gotta have it this way. Yay! So adorable. So thanks so much for watching everybody, and as always, toodles!